For this example, I built a Unity demo level scene using the 3D Game Engine kit and Wwise Audio with custom scripts. In this demo, I'm going to show you how the music manager interaction is made. This can also be applied for sound effects or dialogues as the process is the same, and I built it to be really flexible and granular, so I can adapt it to any system. As you can see here, I'm using Wwise type so I can easily access my events, states, RTPC switches, and else. I have a direct access to my Wwise session here. For this example, I'm using ak.wwise types, but I can easily switch those to the Unity native's audio engine and use audio sources, but the system hierarchy will remain the same and it will work the same. Unity calls everything on its workspace a game object. That makes it really easy to access anything that's prototyped within the engine, and I can use my script to target game objects. In this example, I want this weapon staff and the health crate that is located here to be interactive for the player. So every time we pick those, we will hear a stinger in this case. So let's get them. And I've created a public getter option in my script, so I just need to drag and drop those onto the public spaces that I've defined on my script, and they will work. And I'll show you how. So now let's drag the health crate, and this can be anything. It doesn't need to be for a game, it can be an application, an UI. The system will work the same. And I've made it to contain a huge portion of the sounds and their logic on one same place and one same script, so it's easier to access and modify it. And of course, it's easier to be understood by any member of the team. So let's look a little bit more into it. In this case, the music starts as soon as the application starts, like defined here. I created this object access function, so I can choose all the objects that I want to interact with within the application and get them here. This object access method, I reference interactive objects and their specific components I need for the sounds to interact with or to function through. In this case, it's going to be music and stingers, but it can also be effects. I can do this in two ways, like I previously did by dragging and drop them on public game object variables, or by hard coding and looking for those under the workspace hierarchy. After that, I can trigger the sounds by creating small flags on those object scripts. So I find the objects or create that script, add a little flag, a boolean, and as soon as that happens, create the reaction within my system and play the sound. So that's a quick and short overview of the system. I'm doing more things like pausing the music on the pause menu, changing the music depending on a situation, but for now, let's take a listen. So the music starts. As soon as we interact with the first object, we hear this stinger. Now music is changing because we opened the door. Let's get to the crate to hear our second stinger. And there we go. It's really important to notice that the system will work regardless of the situation, because it only targets game objects. This is a work in progress project made for Berkeley and the City of Arts and Science in Valencia. It is an AR experience made in Unity and using Unity's built-in audio system. Each sculpture will have its own music, interaction, and AR projection. This is a first draft, made to test my code and system functionality. I'm using different audio sources per sculpture and modifying some of their values depending on the location and the proximity. You can see that on the right.